leather boots and a barroom grin. One more round, let the chaos begin. UK shouting, turn it up. Jager yelling, that's not enough. Smoke and lights and a live cassette. Welcome to Reload and Reset. Oh, we ain't ever slowing down. Oh, we're gonna shake this whole damn town. Reload, everybody scream tonight. Reset, like the speakers dynamite. Hands up high, let the whole world sweat. We are Reload and Reset. Reload, turn the chaos all the way. Reset, we ain't sleeping anyway. Oh, Reload and Reset. Cheap beer queens and tactical sins, living like the 80s never ended again. Bad knees, but we still go hard like two drunk sergeants in a parking lot bar. Jaeger laughing with the 1,000-yard stare. UK screaming from a folding chair. Current events get verbally wrecked. Every episode's a train wreck. Oh, raise your glasses to the sky. Oh, we're too loud to ever die. Reload, everybody lose control. Reset, rock and roll overload. Turn it up and place your bets. Welcome to Reload and Reset. Reload, nothing left but neon lights. Reset and questionable life advice. Oh, Reload and Reset. Hey, UK. Hey, Jager. Bad jokes, fast lives, probably getting canceled tonight. No breaks, no regrets, just reload and reset. Reload. 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 Raise your fist and shout it loud. Reset. Wake the neighbors with the crowd. One more drink and one more bet. This is Reload and Reset. Reload. Turn the madness way past 10. Reset. Do it all again and again. Oh, Reload and Reset.
Welcome everybody to episode 6 of Reload and Reset. I'm UK Reject SP.
And I'm Jager.
I almost said Jaeger. I almost said I'm Jaeger.
Nah.
Damn, professionals over here. Episode 6 already though, guys. Wow.
No, that's crazy, man.
We've been getting a lot of really good feedback about the podcast, guys. Love it. Appreciate it. We got some Nightbot commands. But yeah, topic 1, over governing people. So this could go many ways.
Yeah.
During COVID,
Boy.
firearm restrictions. Take your pick, Jaeger. Where do you want to start?
I mean, honestly, like it can really open up a can of worms. So I mean, I would say probably like government involvement in everyday life. That would be the one thing I think that would be a hot one to talk about. I think so.
We've said this before too on a previous podcast. There we go again. But
Nah.
we've said this before on a previous podcast about I made fun of Americans because you guys revolted over a 0.5% tax, a T tax. And
Indeed.
yet you look at your paycheck, you got 40% taxes. I think honestly, I think it's up to the government to basically let you know where your taxes are exactly going, and you should have a choice on where they're going, right?
Yeah, for sure. For
Because
sure.
there's
I mean,
certain places like they just shouldn't go to if I don't want them to.
yeah. And I think it's funny because we're kind of like, it's almost like, like everyone's like, oh, America's the greatest country or whatever. America's a great country. I'm not saying it's not. But that's like, what to your point, like, we've gone from like freedom to like safety, kind of,
Yeah.
question mark. And that's kind of like what your trade off was, right? Like, now you instead of paying that 0.5% tax, you're paying 40% tax.
Mhm.
But, like, you have a bigger, badder army, arguably one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world, I
Russians,
mean,
I
so,
mean, they got best special forces.
oh, yeah, totally. That's definitely been proven, obviously. What's up, Black Fox? Welcome in, man. But I mean,
Um,
like,
it kind of reminds me of like Highlander, though. You remember when they had that freaking net around the world? You know, you
oh, yeah,
you're
yeah.
free, but you just can't leave this. Like,
But you're not allowed to leave.
here's your restrictions. You're 100% free, but you can't do this, 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 and this. So
Right.
you're not free, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, I guess it kind of just depends on like how you look at it. You know what I mean? Like you're free to do everything else that you want to do as long as it's been approved. You know what I mean? And that's where it kind of gets into
Approved
like,
by who?
yeah, by like the government. You know what I mean? That's
Oh,
why I said
okay.
like
So
government involvement in everyday life is kind of excessive, bro.
yeah.
I
Uh,
mean, honestly.
and then too, like to a point too, is like I don't know about you, but I think my family's pretty important, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think your state governor family is more important than yours?
No, I strongly disagree with that.
Okay, so why on earth do we have government officials with armed bodyguards with illegal firearms in the US, right? So they're illegal for anybody to purchase. Like
Yeah.
let's take Gavin Newsom, the useless fucking governor of fucking California. But his bodyguards have like fully automatic freaking MP5s and whatever else they can get their hands on. You as a regular person are not allowed to purchase these.
Yeah. I would just like to point out that they're not using assault rifles, quote unquote.
Yeah, there's
They're
no
using
such real thing as
MP5s.
an assault rifle, guys. Assault rifles don't exist. It's an acronym
No,
somebody made up because they couldn't figure out
yeah,
what AR
it's
stood
bullshit. Any
for.
self-respecting like combat arms or otherwise, honestly, would tell you that no one's assaulting shit with an M4, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, like that's not happening.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just not, dude. But I kind
Small
of,
caliber.
I think a lot of it kind of goes into like what you're talking about with like laws that genuinely are meant to protect people versus laws that are like feel unnecessary. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
what I would say like with the overgoverned thing. Like you're talking about with like the fully autos, for example. If they can have them, then why can't we?
Yeah, exactly. And it goes back on like text history, and tradition, right? So um nowadays, like that's what most of the laws are founded on, right? So when they make a law about firearms, they go based off of text, history, and tradition. There's no
Sure.
history or text saying that George Washington's family were under armed security with freaking cannon fire, right?
Right. Right.
That was
Yeah.
the biggest
Not even a
caliber they
Gatling
had
gun.
back then. So I mean,
Yeah.
but so
Yeah.
the question begs is like the government is by far overreached, right? Because your Second Amendment rights aren't based off of what you should be able to have. It's based off of you should be able to defend yourself against a tyrannical government. If the government has it, you should be able
Right.
to have it. If I want an F-22 freaking Raptor, I should be able to, I can't afford one, but I should be able to get one.
But I should be able to buy one. I
Right?
mean, that's fair. I mean, that is kind of quite literally like why it exists, right? So you didn't have a repeat, so to speak, of the taxation without representation, effectively, because that's what most people have nowadays.
But
How many people have actually
it's a very
met their
touchy
governors?
topic here. I just realized that it's getting really sensitive for me up in
It's
here. I might have to pull out my
yeah,
army
well,
stress card, you know?
yeah. Don't worry, I'll give you 15 minutes. I guess we'll revisit.
We'll revisit it. Yeah.
We'll revisit in 15 minutes, but I got you in 15 minutes. Like, I don't know, man, because like to me, it's just kind of like it makes me like wonder if we're regulating problems or if we're just kind of creating them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With these rules and these laws and whatnot.
I feel
There's
like
got to be.
I feel like if you look at like kids, right? So if you tell your kids these cookies are for after dinner, do not touch them, right? And you set them on the
Mhm.
counter and they can see them, what are they gonna do? They're gonna fucking
Probably gonna
take a
touch
nibble
them.
or
They're
bite
probably gonna
them
eat
or
them.
whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So I feel like the
yeah.
government is completely ridiculous when it comes to like their laws and stuff, because some of their laws don't make any sense whatsoever and only hurt the people who are following the basic laws, right? People who
Sure.
don't follow the laws don't give a shit about the laws. So why make
Yeah.
laws that only govern people who are, you know, governable or follow the laws, right? Um, because if you have laws in place, I'm gonna fucking touch it, right? Yeah, I'm gonna touch that
I
cookie.
mean,
Tell me not to
yeah,
do it.
yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
yeah. It kind of reminds me of that. Did you ever watch that Gerard Butler movie with it was a law-abiding citizen?
Oh
You ever
yeah,
watch that?
God, yeah.
Dude did everything he could like the right way, and then everything failed him because
Mhm.
dude didn't want to like lose his perfect score, I think is how the story goes. Great
Yeah.
movie, by the way,
Yeah,
if y'all haven't seen it.
the lawyer didn't wanna freaking lose his perfect win streak, and the thing is,
Yeah,
like, he said things that he wanted to hear, but he never, gave, like, a positive, like, how do you say it? Like, he never straight up said that he did it, right? He just kinda beat around the bush and said if he did do it, he would have done it like this, and this, right? And he's like,
right.
"Exactly, case closed." And he's like, "Well, you're gonna walk away. You're gonna be here for a while because I didn't actually openly admit to doing it."
Right, exactly. And
So,
I think it's where like a lot of that red tape more or less comes in, and that's what causes the problems like what we're talking about now. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to like Guy Fawkes this up or whatever, not to take another stab at you, but
here we
dude kind
go.
of made a point, you know? Like I'm just saying, like when people want to get upset about this shit, at the end of the
Mhm.
day, the only people we can really blame is the motherfucker in the mirror. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's our fault that it's got this bad, not you and me or even the generation right now that we have or the generation before us.
Yeah.
It's been a cascading effect.
Yeah, it's like you're in an abusive relationship with the US government, right? Eventually, they're just
Right.
they slap you once and you let it happen. They're gonna slap you again, and eventually, they're
Right.
gonna cripple you.
Yeah. I mean, so there's got to be like a balance, I guess, between like liberty and order, so to
Mhm,
speak.
mhm. Showgirls,
Um,
the scene where the hmm?
um,
Nope. Can't say I
no,
have.
no, sir. Can't say we have DB nerd.
I'm definitely
That's
glad I didn't read that whole thing
that
out.
sounds like it's on one of them special websites.
Yeah, special DB nerd websites.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like for example, like take COVID, right? So, I don't know how it was in other states, but in California, the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, again, said that
Mhm.
you're not allowed to have any parties, any social gatherings over more than I think it was like 5 people, right?
Yeah,
Or any people over at your dwelling that don't live there, because they were trying
right.
to control it, right? But yet the
Yeah,
guy on the weekend decides to have a huge party at his winery and invites like 30 plus people, right? So
sure.
the rules
Well, it's
don't
different.
apply to some.
No, yeah, absolutely not. And I was really, I mean, I tried to be like respectful of the whole situation. Like I didn't even get to see my youngest being born because of COVID. You
Mm,
know what I mean? But you're gonna tell me that you can sit there and throw a party with 30 plus people? Like it doesn't really add up, man. You know what I mean? And granted, I'm in Oklahoma. I'm not in California. But it was
like,
still like in Oklahoma, it was the same way. Like I couldn't be. You could only have one other person in there, and we had gone with the doula that we had hired to help Caitlin get through her stuff. With all of
yeah.
this to be able to make the decisions and whatnot. I mean, that is her profession. So we had decided, kind of last minute, that that the doula was going to be there instead of me because we could only have one.
Yeah, and huge shout out to all you service members out there too that stood your ground and didn't get that shot, even though they were trying to mandate it. Like you don't know what they were putting in your body, and there's reasons why VA disability exists. Is because over the years since freaking Vietnam War and before, like they've been forcing military members to get all these shots, and nobody's ever proven they work, right? And
Yeah.
and usually the effects last long after your military service. So shout out to you guys who did stand your ground. I know it probably was a struggle for some of you guys, but huge shout out to you guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, like, dude, you remember the PHAs, right? You'd go in on your birthday because it was just the easiest way for them to track it. You go in on your
Mhm,
birthday, and
mhm.
they'd
Give
give
you
you
fucking
20 something
shots
shots.
on
But
your birthday.
yeah, but they're not the kind of shots you expect on your birthday. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
always anthrax and
and
smallpox, and
I
your
think
arms
it's
are sore for
funny
a week.
because you can find so many like historical examples of overreach, right? Like in our history,
Mm.
right? But it's funny to actually have like lived in one. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh
that is
yeah,
obviously an example of overreach that has been in recent history. Of the government. You know what I mean? Um,
yeah.
and so I think for me, like a question would be like, where should government stop and personal responsibility begin? You know what I mean?
I mean,
And they don't seem to have that.
there's some things, honestly, like you should just leave to people to make the right choice, right? Because from the age of 2 and up, you're always taught what's right or wrong. You should already know. Like, there shouldn't be laws based on a lot of this stuff. Yeah, there's going to
Right.
be some, backlash or some kind of consequence when you do something wrong, but it shouldn't. There's certain things that shouldn't be in writing, right? Like, you shouldn't
Right.
beat your spouse, right? Like, that should just not
Yeah.
be a thing.
No,
Um,
it shouldn't be.
Common sense,
Absolutely not.
man. Like it's gone out the window. But like you can't even drink a cup of coffee without having a warning hot sticker on it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
bitch,
yeah,
I
yeah. I mean,
ordered a coffee.
yeah, that's
I'd be
fair, man. I
pissed
mean,
if
but
it
you can get into
wasn't
so
hot.
many. You can get into so many different things with that. Oh, hey, Bexy, welcome in, girl. Um, but there's so many things like Roe versus Wade, for example. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's one of those things. Like we kind of went backwards. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like how like the military, the army, or I think it was all the branches, but I know for sure the army did, where it was like if you had a tattoo that while you were in your PTs you could see it and you couldn't cover with I think it was
Mm-hmm.
like 3 or 4 fingers,
Yep.
you were gonna get kicked out for that.
Yeah.
You know how many motherfuckers had sleeves, bro? Like full blown sleeves and shit, dedicated to their deployment and stuff. You're talking about like hardened combat veterans. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's the same thing. We like degressed, right? Because it used to be like back in the day, sure, when your grandpa or your great grandpa was in the fucking service or whatever, the only people back then that ever had tattoos were service members or people from prison. There was really no
Yeah.
in between.
Yeah.
Now I can't walk down the street without seeing at least like 18 tramp stamps. You know what I'm saying? We're not in a time where the
And a
tattoos really
G-string
make a
on a
difference.
bald
But
dude.
yeah, on a bald dude. Yeah, this guy. Okay, I'm just saying.
With
And it's
high
just funny to
heels,
me
too.
that we're going backwards, you know what I mean, with
Mhm.
shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And again, with like I use that as an example for Roe versus Wade, because I mean, like that's a choice that they should be able to make. And the funny part is everyone that like really
Hail
made
to
the
the
vote
tramp
on that
stamp.
were a bunch of did that really get blocked by quit being a
I
loser,
need to
dude.
fix that, but yeah.
Like sad life. Agreed. But yeah, so I mean like there's just so many things that are like Roe versus Wade that it's
Well,
just
my
like we're like going
freaking
backwards.
my one of like my military instructors right over his jugular had a Palmia like insignia on his throat. Like
Mhm.
that's military related. And
Yeah.
it's a huge shout out to anybody who was a prisoner of war. So
Right.
like shut the fuck up. Like the military
Get
is
over
just
it.
as bad as other organizations.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just an example of to me like what would just be kind of overreach. Like that's a decision for someone to put that tattoo on their body or to um, exercise the right to have an abortion for God knows whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like if that's what people choose to do,
Yeah.
that's their choice. I mean, that's why we joined the military in the first place to fight for these rights for these people to have. But then you go and take them away after they already accomplished them. By the way, so who's to say something worse isn't going to happen? Roe versus Wade was already pretty big deal,
Yeah.
but something worse that might have been a thing back in the day,
Jager's
and they're
gonna
just like,
get
oh,
a
you know what?
hoo
It's okay now.
tattoo on his
Yeah.
freaking lower back.
No, dude, I'm gonna get the burning banana on the chest. I already told you, dude. I'm gonna do it just to spite you, bro.
But I
But
mean, since you mentioned it too, like abortion, like look, it doesn't matter whether you're pro or anti-abortion, right? There's certain circumstances
right.
where women should have the choice of what they want to do. But at the same time, the guy should be able to opt in or out as well.
I mean, I can see
Look at
the argument for that,
But
but I mean,
look at the military. How many people around military installations try to trap a service member into a marriage so they can get something out of it, right? It happens all too many times. Like, and there's probably other circumstances in real life too, like out in the civilian world, where people get trapped into these kind of situations, right? But if a girl can have an abortion, the guy should be able to deny all rights, or whatever, right? I mean, it should go both ways.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. Not necessarily like the guy has the control over
Well,
her
he can't
decision.
tell her what to
but
do. No way.
yeah,
no.
yeah.
That's
No,
her
yeah, I could
body.
agree with that. I could agree with that. Like I mean, if it comes down to it, and 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 that the weird part is like you're talking about it being a trap, like someone's forcing it to happen. You know what you're doing when you play without tapping it, and
Yeah.
wrapping it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So I always say
it's
at the end of the
kinda on you,
podcast,
too.
wrap it before you tap it, baby.
Yeah, and it's why I disagree. If you're gonna be tapping it, you're taking the risk, and you know what it is. But if you're good enough, you'll have a little soccer team in no time.
Yeah, a legendary one.
A legendary one. Which actually kind of brings me on to my topic. If you're done with topic 1,
Yes, sir.
so I got topic 2 is what makes something legendary.
I know what it is. It's UK and Jager on a sloop.
Oh, it's true. On a sloop.
Drive-by
slooping. But I mean, like, just like good talking points for that would just be like, like legacy versus fame, right? So like historical figures, military heroes, athletes, I mean, even games, right?
Are
that
there
stood the
really
test of
any
time.
athletes that are legendary anymore, though?
I mean, some of them still exist. Usain Bolt, he's still real. That motherfucker was fast as fuck, bro.
Yeah, I mean like people who are like actively playing.
Still active. I
Bexy
mean,
is always- you can't say you're
I don't
you
think
can't
so.
say you're legendary. You can't call yourself legendary. Somebody else has to anoint you.
I anoint you, Bexy. You're legendary.
I'm still trying to figure out which one of them is UK and which one of them is Jaeger, but we'll figure that out at a later time, I'm sure.
We can let Bexy vote for that. Like she knows kitten best. For
But-
real.
I mean, so like legendary, like as in what though? Like what circumstances?
Well, I mean, just like, is it like character over popularity? Like, what causes a person to be considered like legendary or a thing? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of thing would people consider legendary? Like Pokemon, for example. Pokemon, everyone knows. Does that make it legendary?
I mean, I don't necessarily think that just because it's heard of, it's legendary. Because I think, I don't really want to say this, but 1942, 1943, I don't think that was a legendary time period, right?
I mean,
everyone
you had
knows
some
about it.
amazing heroes. You know what I'm saying? That came out of those times. Like so.
Yeah, but
Oh, you
on the one side.
Yeah, but I mean, just because one side was shitty, you know what I mean, doesn't mean the other side wasn't, legendary.
That's
You
fair.
know?
That's fair.
Why does he keep striking this out?
Hold on,
It timed her out.
I'm working on it right now.
That's funny, dude. But I mean, like I guess that's really like the question that I have. Can an ordinary person live a legendary life? Like just UK or Jaeger walking down the street and people be like, "Oh, it's those two guys." You know what I mean? Does that make us legendary if they like recognize us?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it depends on what they recognize you for, I guess. I mean, if you save someone's life, I mean, to that one person you saved, you're legendary. But to everybody else in the world, you're nothing, right? I mean, what the hell are you?
Just
You're
nothing.
You're just another guy, man.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Why are they yelling at you?" I don't know. You know what I mean? But I mean, like, you got like movies and everything that people still quote today, like "Catch You on the Flip Side" and shit like that. You know what I mean? That is an iconic quote.
There can
like a
only
movie,
be one Highlander.
Yeah, there can only be one. Yeah, like. So, I mean, it kind of like you can get into it with so many different things, like music that defined like a generation, right? Like hair bands. What do you think of when you think of hair bands? You think of the 80s, right? Like everybody else does.
I was going to say Queen, but I mean, like, there was only one guy that wasn't rocking a hair, You look at that drummer, dude. I think he started it. What was his name? Brian something, right? Brian Hayes? Brian.
I don't remember. I don't even remember the dude from Def Leppard with the one arm that was just fucking. He was legendary. That motherfucker over here doing everything two-armed fucking drummers can, and he's doing it with one arm. Like, holy shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's legendary to me. You know what I mean?
It's pretty legendary. Well, you think about like warriors who have like esteemed themselves. Like I would say, like yeah, I mean, like General Patton. I would say he's a legendary war hero, right? Like just happens.
Absolutely. Yeah, legendary general at least. You know, if
Yeah.
not if not a war hero, at least a legendary general. You know?
I think like the classification there should be like several steps. Like legendary is obviously like way up there, right? But I don't think like
top tier.
I don't think Pokemon is legendary. I mean, I think their reputation has kind of left them astray a little bit, you know, because I mean, look at how greedy they are compared to like other companies now. But as far
Yeah.
as like as a company, Pokemon is probably legendary because it's fucking made it huge, right? But their reputation isn't deserving of that title.
Not anymore. Not nowadays. You know what I mean? Like they definitely like kind of put some stains, I guess you could say, on that name, so to speak. But at one point in time, like I mean, like back like talking like Game Boy days, right? Everybody fucking knew Pokemon. Everybody was about Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like it at that point in time, it was legendary. And then people who were in charge of it nowadays, they are the ones who put the stain on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe at one point it was legendary. So then it just kind of like goes back to like the whole question of like character over popularity. Like, is were they legendary because they were popular, or were they legendary because of their character? You know, because they were at one point in time like somewhat beyond reproach, so to speak.
I think honestly, to be considered legendary, it has to be all inclusive in all areas, right? Like I don't think it can just be one certain area, right? Like I can have a really cool sense of humor, but I can be a real asshole when you get to know me. So like
Yeah.
nothing would make that legendary because there's one counteracting the other. I think like it should be like all things about you should be in the green, to say, you know.
That would make someone legendary. But I mean, like
Yeah.
you even look at like war heroes, for example, right? Like World War I, World War II era. A lot of them have some skeletons in the closet, I guess we could say. You know, like think of an actor, a specific actor, Sean Connery.
Sean
All right,
Connery, yeah.
he's gone now, so I feel like I can talk about it. That's a pretty legendary, a pretty iconic actor, right? But he was also like super misogynistic, and there was even rumors that he like beat his wife.
All right, but do you think he's
mean-
legendary or do you think he's iconic?
I think he's a little bit of both, honestly, because any role he played
don't
in,
know.
he became like James Bond, for example. Obviously, arguably one of the best James Bonds, right? But then you switched over and you see him in like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, where he's not playing anything even remotely like James Bond, except for he
You're
can
gonna
shoot
start
really
a
well.
whole different argument
You
on
know?
this fucking channel
So-
right now. Who's the best James
I'm just
Bond?
saying, man.
It's
Like,
not
oh,
fucking
dude,
Sean Connery,
It's
dude.
fucking Sean. Who the hell would it be? Are you gonna tell me he's like Daniel Craig?
Daniel
Are you
Craig. Nah,
kidding me right
not
now?
Daniel Craig. He's probably the
Yeah.
worst one.
I don't know if he's the worst, but he's definitely like at least top 2 of the worst, like for damn sure. I had to look at that and watch him like, all right, it's like watching Christian Bale play Batman. All right, I got to accept that this guy had never watched Batman, presumably, and didn't know shit about him, and then decided to sound constipated while he was talking like Batman. And that somehow makes it okay. You know what I mean? But he's not even the worst Batman.
No,
You know?
look at fucking what's his name, Robert Pattinson.
Oh my god! Don't even get me started on that.
I don't
shit.
even
It took me
care
3 times to watch that movie
who
halfway
you
through.
are.
I haven't finished that movie.
I don't care who you are. Robert Pattinson is the worst Batman ever. I don't care. You could.
Yeah, I didn't even know that he was the dude from Twilight. And then when my wife told me that, I was like, you know what? That makes
explains
sense. Yeah, like that makes so much sense now.
It was like
You know,
it
God,
was
I
like
hated that
watching
Batman.
someone who was like super depressed, chronic, fucking depression, like an emo kid playing Batman. Like, what the fuck is he
Yeah,
doing?
dude. He even
the
had
fuck
like
outta there.
fucking guy liner on and shit. You know, like oh my god, dude. I was just I couldn't. Yeah, it somehow was worse than George Clooney Batman. That's really bad. Okay, like that is. I didn't think that was possible until it happened. Then I was like, holy shit, I stand corrected. You know,
Oh,
like we
man.
get it, dude. You lost your parents. It's time for a little self-rebirth and get the fuck over
I
yourself.
will say,
okay?
League
Like,
of
Bane needs to break your
Extraordinary
back.
Gentlemen, though, Sean Connery was pretty freaking iconic in that. Like,
And he was epic as fuck.
That was
he
the-
was awesome. Even like
he made
he's
that
about to go
entire
shoot old
movie.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he did. Yeah, he goes to shoot that guy. And he's like, "Oh, you're gonna do that from this far away?" And he's like, "Oh, you're right." And puts on glasses and says, "I hate getting old," and then caps the dude. Like, that is legit, dude. You know, best shot in the world. God bless. Okay, well then, who would you call like a legend that most people have never even heard of?
Oh man, way to put me on the freaking spot here. You couldn't give me some prep time with this one.
I
Legendary
did,
that
bro.
most people haven't. See, I'm very picky on like who I would say is legendary though, because like I'm the type of person like I would never rate a movie a 10. I don't think there
Right?
is a 10 movie out there that exists to me. So I mean, if I
Boondock Saints
was,
is really close.
I'm gonna say Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan?
That
I mean,
motherfucker
most
is
people have heard of
legendary,
Genghis
dude.
Khan, though, right?
That
Like,
guy, but I mean, he is legendary.
yeah, I mean, for sure. Yeah, it's
But
like
as far
Alexander
as
the
like
Great
people
or
like Freddie Mercury, I mean, I don't know if he's legendary, but he was pretty freaking awesome, I guess.
he's pretty well known, that's for sure, you know.
But as far as like unknown people, like
Yeah, like someone you could think of that most people had never heard of.
um, Sun Tzu, I don't
That's a
like
fair one.
Gandhi, so that's gonna start a whole nother hate mail here.
Way to go. I guess we are getting canceled tonight. Shit.
He's a freaking pacifist, man. I don't like those kind of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean, it's a difficult it's a question that actually Anya asked me when we were talking about Joan of Arc, because she's like obsessed with Joan of Arc right now.
oh yeah, dude, I love
And
Joan
I
of
was
Arc.
like,
But at the same time,
like,
you got to
man,
debate whether she was kind of delusional too.
delusional or not, she did some incredible shit.
She did.
Like,
She did.
You know what I'm
She
saying?
did.
Like, I'm just saying, man. That's a pretty badass moves if you're not like right of mind. You know what I'm saying?
She a bad
That chick
bitch.
went hard. Yeah, that's a bad batch. Leave Joan alone. You know,
But I don't know,
I just think
man.
it's funny. I know it's difficult, right? Anya put me on the spot with this one when we were doing that lesson, and that's the only reason why I was like, you know what, I'm gonna ask
Mother
UK about that one.
Teresa.
I'm gonna get
Like,
his.
I don't fucking know.
Everybody, like, well, a large portion of the world knows that one.
Nowadays, probably not that many people know who Mother Teresa is.
I don't know, man. Like, isn't it still like the top, like, top three, something like that, religions?
Mother Teresa?
Yeah.
A religion?
Yeah. I mean, Catholicism, like, she's
Oh yeah,
involved with
but
Catholicism.
I mean that
That's
doesn't
a
have any.
pretty-
That
pretty
doesn't
key
define
figure.
who she is, though.
No, but like that's most people who would know her probably are Catholic. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, most people who
Nowadays,
know her
anyway.
are wrong. Sorry, I went there again.
It's the priest under the bed again.
In your closet.
Yeah, it's in your head. But yeah. So I don't know, but that was like my question, because like what's one game or
Well, who
movie
did
or,
she
or
think was
person that would
legendary?
deserve it? No, like she was asking that because we were talking about Joan of Arc, and she thought that Joan of Arc was considered legendary. And I was like, well, I guess, I mean, maybe to a degree, you know what I mean? I kind of like listed off some of like the, some of the accolades, if you will, of like, her history.
Keanu
Pretty
Reeves.
impressive, right?
There you go. I answered
Keanu
your
Reeves,
question.
there we go.
He
I can
is-
live with that one.
He is
That-
legendary.
That is a legendary dude,
out
and
of
apparently
chat,
just a
yo.
genuine ass guy, like a
Yeah.
super genuine dude.
Did you? There was a video. Someone accidentally hit his motorcycle. And Keanu Reeves walks straight past his motorcycle, asks if the driver of the car, like I'm telling you, like the car was parked and he was just moving out of a parking spot. He probably didn't go over 3 miles an hour. And Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves went over to the driver and asked if he was okay. Didn't
Yeah.
even look at his bike. Then he goes, looks at
Welcome
the
back,
bike after
Bexy.
the fact. But
Yeah.
that guy is just a genuinely really nice person. I can't think of one fault that guy ever has, besides maybe playing in one too many Matrix movies.
Yeah.
That last one was fucking god awful.
It was, it was right up there with the Robert Pattinson Batman. We'll say that.
And the funny thing is, in that movie, they even mentioned like, yeah, they're forcing us to do another one, just like
Yeah.
this movie. You could tell there was no
Yeah.
heart or soul in that movie at all.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Like, yeah, just garbage.
Yeah, I think I would have to agree with that. I think he's legendary status. We finally found one, chat. One person that we can
One
agree that is still
person.
living, that is legendary status. If you guys can
Keanu
think of anyone
Reeves.
else, go ahead and throw them up. You go ahead and throw them up there in the chat.
Yeah, I'm
know.
curious to see who you guys say is legendary. Maybe we can look him up as well and talk shit on him later.
Yeah, especially if you think it's someone that most people haven't heard of. You know what I
Don't
mean? Like,
say Diddy.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Don't say that. I'm still trying to get KY, man. It's just frustrating.
It's
You know.
sold out everywhere, Jaeger.
Yeah. Still, bro.
I guess we're just
I
gonna
put
have to
stocks
use-
in the wrong thing.
I guess we're just gonna have to use freaking motor oil, dude.
Yeah. Well, that's what that's what I diverted to after I ran out of bacon grease.
Speaking of Diddy, I mean, he could use a self-rebirth, don't you think?
Yeah, for sure. Wait a second. That's topic 3 in it. You sly dog.
Hey.
Yeah, you sly dog.
So
Well played.
there's certain times in your life, right, where you've got to pick up the pieces and kind of like redirect yourself into a better direction than the one you was on.
Yeah,
Whether it be after a hard time or like a tribulation. But you gotta kind of recollect yourself and remake yourself, and it becomes like effectively your self rebirth, right? Um,
yeah.
I think you can probably hit the self rebirth more than once in your life, right?
Oh, for sure, man. I'm starting over in life. This actually is very similar to, I think, what was it, episode 2,
Yeah, I was
wasn't it?
thinking about that too as I was saying it. I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of familiar.
Yeah, where you're like kind of like trying to like you lost your identity or you're losing your identity on purpose
Mm,
to like rebuild it. You know what I mean? That does kind of have like the starting over in life. Breaking old habits, finding purpose again.
yeah,
Reinventing yourself.
I feel like the same thing is same kind of concept is like New Year's resolutions, right? I feel like that is a form of self rebirth that nobody ever really sticks to. But it's not one that people actively pursue either. Like I don't even make New Year's resolutions because I'm not gonna keep that shit. Every day I think to myself,
Yeah.
maybe I'll stop smoking. I'm not doing that. I
But
enjoy
I mean,
it
you
too
don't even
much.
smoke though. You vape, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
not it's not really the same. I mean, I think it's a little bit healthier for you in theory. It's probably bad in its own way, but
there's
you know,
times when I smell someone with a lit cigarette and I'm just like, mm.
yeah,
But
man,
but
totally.
then I
Like, I
taste
mean,
it
I
and
can
I'm
see
like,
that.
ugh, my vape
Yeah,
tastes so
like if
much
I
better.
if I went out to drink, like to drink, like how difficult that is for me to get drunk. If I was going out with that intent, I'm probably gonna be smoking.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Oh, for sure,
Um,
dude.
a
You
cigar nowadays, but
yeah.
still.
So the question I would present to you is like, when do you think it is important to have your own self rebirth, or if you've had one yourself, um, would you like briefly describe what it was?
I think without going to the military, right? Because that's a very obvious one. I
Yeah,
think for me, it would actually be the transitions that I had made from
woman to
operations,
guy.
right?
Oh,
Yeah, or from male to female. That transition too, maybe. But I guess I would say like career change, probably. But in a weird way too, man. Like having kids was like its own kind of self rebirth. You know what I mean?
mm,
Like I had to change, not just because I had my son, for example, but like even the difference between from having my son to having my daughter, right? My first daughter. Because I'm like, okay, I know what it means to be a boy. I know how to be a boy, even though went through the transition, I know what it means, you know?
mm,
But with my daughter, it's just kind of like, oh man, I had to like learn I had to do like a lot of self-reflection to, especially as she started to get older, to like understand her better. You know what I mean? Like I had always been very like masculine, I guess you could say, and had a
yeah,
hard time like learning how to be more with my emotions. I'm not gonna say emotional, but like to understand my feelings better,
yeah. It's
so that
it's
I could understand hers.
it's vastly different being a girl dad and a boy dad. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah,
if you have a little boy, you can drop kick that little shit to the ground, and he'll pop right up and go, "Oh yeah, let's go
yeah,
again." You do that to your little
yeah.
girl, she's gonna cry for probably half an hour, and it's probably not gonna
Right,
be
yeah.
okay, right?
Well, not the 5-year-old, not the 5-year-old.
Yeah, she's a tank.
She's a fucking tank. That bitch is down for it.
But yeah, I mean, like, I feel like throughout your life, I feel like everybody goes through these self rebirths. And I feel like it's
Yeah.
important to know when you need one too, right?
Oh yeah,
Just
actually, Bexy coming into this chat is like a really good example of that. Honestly, just with what she's gone through, like recently, fairly recently, and not to kind of call back to another episode, but dealing with like a divorce, for example, a divorce, you kind of lose yourself when you're
Mhm.
going through that. All the hopes and dreams, and
In the
actually,
moment
she had made a
you want
post
it.
about it too. You know, no,
Mhm.
we're not doing no Eminem,
No, oh,
okay?
sorry. Better
I
lose
just mean like
yourself in
in
the music.
in general, dude. Like like you have you've built this life with this person, you know what I mean? And you expected it to be like a forever thing, right?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be fucking rocking on your front porch, right? Like together sipping your favorite drinks of choice or whatever.
The
So
gin
like
and
even like
juice,
she had made
baby.
a post. I wish I had thought to bring this up if I had known this what this topic was going to lead to. But she had this post where she even talked about like the inside jokes, you know what I mean, that just don't exist anymore because you and that
Yeah.
person aren't a thing anymore, and that's really hard. It's a difficult thing to reinvent yourself after something that drastic.
Yeah,
But
because
it's
because I feel like, all right, so when you're in a relationship with someone, something happens, right? And I feel like it's like a zipper on a shirt. It's a weird analogy, I know, but right. So at the beginning,
I'll play
right,
your game. Go ahead.
at the beginning, the zipper starts completely open, right? And eventually, as time goes by, you guys kind of interlope and become one person, a one identity, and you have these like inside jokes and all these core memories and the shared things that you have, and then as like a divorce happens, the zipper doesn't go down; it just fucking breaks, dude. And then you're one half of a zipper that really goes nowhere.
Right. Yeah. And you can try your best to take it to a tailor to go ahead and get it repaired, right?
Yeah,
Through therapy or whatever. But it doesn't always work. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Sometimes it does, and it's great when it does, but you know, sometimes it doesn't. But I mean, it just kind of depends on, I guess, you as an individual and where you're at with that. I think that with like with your story, about divorce, mine, even Bexy's, you know what I mean? Like it really kind of helped us move on to the next chapter that was really important for us,
Mm.
despite all the pain that came with it.
Oh
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like we knew we needed it, right? It's kind of like breaking an old habit. You need to do it, but it can be, God, it can be so fucking difficult.
Like
You
no,
know?
like I don't think I've lived like a perfect life by any means.
Right?
But if
Sure.
somebody asked me if I would go back and fix any of the mistakes I'd made along the road I've been on, no, I'm kind of happy with who I am. I'm kind of a stubborn asshole, but at the same time, like all of my shit has built the character that I am. Like me and Jaeger probably wouldn't get along today if we didn't have so much in common, right? Because me and Jaeger's been through so much similar things, so many similar things along the road that we've been on, military and afterwards, right?
Right.
Um, so who I am today is a product of what I have been through, and I wouldn't change it.
I don't think I would either, to be honest with you. Um, to be honest with you, sorry, I got distracted. Bexy was, I'm trying not to like not to shout out the chat. Um, but I mean, I think that a lot of it kind of comes down to like with your self-rebirth, really. A lot of it really kind of comes down to like small improvements, like small, I'm not gonna say like daily changes per se, but in some cases it might even be that, you know. Um, it's something that like you're gonna fear change, right? We just naturally fear change, and you
Mm.
can get into like the psychology or whatever of like why people fear change. That's kind of like not relevant. The real important part is like what you do in that fear, right? So you could have stayed in that abusive or whatever, whether it be physical or mental or emotional, whatever abuse relationship, or you could move on because you've been cheated on or fucked over in some way. You know what I mean? And that's not just to speak to like, obviously the ones that are talking right now, we're talking about like divorce, but that's the same with like a career change. If you've been disrespected or mistreated at your career and you're still there, that is no different than what we're talking about here.
Yeah, no,
You know what I mean? Like,
you're due for a self-rebirth. Rebrand
yeah,
yourself, move on with something different that's gonna make you a better person.
yeah, and
S
become someone that your younger self would respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of respect, real quick, I do have one thing, and it's completely off topic, and it just popped into my head when you were talking. If you're sitting out there and you have a dog that you say is vegan, he's not fucking vegan. Feed him fucking meat. Don't be a cunt.
Don't be a
Completely
cunt.
off topic. Let's continue.
Feed that poor baby. So,
You
I
said
mean, I think
fucked
it's a good
over.
question, though.
You said
You
fucked
know?
over, and I was like,
Yeah.
those are
Someone's
probably
fucking over their dog right
yeah,
now.
fucking dogs eating a fucking salad.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
absolutely. No, no, they're not. It's not a rabbit. Get a rabbit if you want a rabbit. Okay, like it's a fucking dog. All right.
you're going to hell if your dog's a vegan.
Because your dog didn't choose to be. You made that bitch.
Yes,
Like, goddamn, man, for
that's
reals.
that's
So
not who
that's
they
kind of
are.
making me wonder, like, with that topic, like, do you think that it's ever too late to like start over with whatever it might be?
I don't think it's ever too late, honestly. There's been times where like I feel like you push things too far or you settle down for too long. But yeah, I mean, it probably causes more emotional scarring along the way. But at the same time, I don't think it's ever too late to fix your fuck up.
Right. Yeah. So starting over, it kind of goes back to reload and reset, right?
Yeah,
So I mean, it
exactly.
is, it is, it is just the kind of the way it is, man. Like you, like I said, you don't reload because you're out of the fight. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So if you are able to get to that point where you can overcome whatever the fear is, be it like, uncertainty in the next job or whatever, you know what I mean? I'm not saying go and quit your job, by the way. If you ain't got something lined out, please don't quit your fucking job. But if you can, and you can find something even remotely comparable or make it last, until you can find a better gig, do it. You don't deserve to be in an
Mhm.
abusive relationship or career or anything like that. You know what I mean? And that includes like even like the military life, man. Like there are steps that you can take. And actually, our friend Bexy here is one of those kinds of people that you can talk to about that on how to like get out of the situation you're dealing with in the military.
Mhm.
She might not be the one you directly talk to, by the way, but like she's involved in that. So I mean, like you could go to somebody that's like that, and they can help you get out of it. You know what I mean? If you got like a shitty chain of command or whatever, because I mean, I saw it many a times. Like I obviously being in combat arms when I was in anyway, you didn't have it wasn't co-ed, it was all male, right? But as I was getting out was when we had like the first artillery woman in our unit, and she had so many problems just for being a woman, you know. And if you're in a situation like that, there are people you can reach out to that might not even be a part of your direct chain of command. I'm mostly talking about chaplains here that can really kind of make a move for you to get the fuck out of that situation.
Yeah. And I mean, this topic is really, really kind of tied into like what this whole podcast is about too, because like reload and reset is the foundation of what it is we are making here, right? So like it's a very important thing in life to know when you gotta reload and reset and then drive on, right?
Yeah,
We reload by staying informed, sharpening our mindset, and equipping ourselves with the tools we need to face life head on. And we reset by letting go of what holds us back, focusing on mental health, building brotherhood, and starting each day with purpose and perspective. It's very very similar to like self rebirth in a lot of ways. Like it's don't be afraid to take that next step, even if it does lead you down a different path than whatever it is you're on now. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, for sure, absolutely. And I mean, I just did it again, but this really rolls into the next topic, bro. Like, you- are you done with topic three? Because I think it's a
Let's
good
go,
a good
man. Let's
segue
go.
into it.
Hmm.
So my topic four here was you have 1 year to live. So what are you gonna change, right? And I say that because like relationships, family, whatever, career, versus experiences, etc. Bucket list things, even all of those things. Like if you only had 1 year to live, would you still be in that abusive relationship or that hostile work environment or toxic work environment, or even with friends that don't support you or take care of you, and instead they utilize you to get that one Monster Energy drink for free a day or what the fuck ever, you know what I mean? Oh, hey, kid, and welcome in. That's a great time for you to come in. Jesus, man, wow, that's perfect timing. Because she's a good example, honestly. Like that's the kind of chick that won't put up with no shit. Anyone attacking anyone that she cares about, she's going to go after hardcore, which is the reason why I think if I had to vote on which one's which, Kitten's more you, I'm more Bexy.
Like, 'cause I'll
Just
murder
throwing that
someone?
out there. Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
because neither one of you guys fuck with anyone fucking with your people. Like that's just how you guys are, and it's the reason why I respect you guys. Once someone comes after your people, like it's like they're coming after you, and that, in my opinion, is one of the biggest things,
Oh, I tell Abyss
that you
all
can
the
have.
time. I tell Abyss all the time. We play softball, and she'll complain about someone almost hitting her with a ball or something. And I'll say,
Yeah.
all you gotta do is point to the motherfucker, and I'll go kill him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit. I don't need a
That's all it's
reason.
gonna
Just
take,
go,
baby.
that guy
Yeah.
right there is not real.
Yeah, that motherfucker is not real. Welcome in, Sam. Welcome in, dude.
But
Um,
so like if I had 1 year to live, I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna be a 100% different person. I'm gonna try every drug before I die. I'm gonna get drunk a lot. I'm gonna
this was
try
like a
things.
really this was like a really difficult one for me because I kind of faced a similar reality not too long ago. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
man, like if they had said it, absolutely, all you have is 1 year, like no doubts about it, you're terminal. Bro, I would have been burning bananas on fucking grills for real. Okay, like shit would
yeah.
have been
And
chaotic
you
as fuck. I might
transition
have
back
turned
into
into
a
the
woman.
Joker. Yeah, yeah, I would have transitioned back into a man.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, definitely.
I would have totally done it. I definitely wouldn't have been living intentionally, you know, at all. Like it
I
would have
I
been wild.
I am kind of curious too. Like people who listen to the podcast right now, what would you do? What would you do if you had 1 year to live? Like, what is one thing you drastically change as well? Because
Yeah, I mean, for sure, dude. Yeah.
it's a kind of like a crazy concept when you think about it. Like, but for me, like, I go out and buy fucking cocaine, dude.
He's like, I'm getting fucking high,
I
bro.
always joke about it at work because I've been piss tested every time we had a piss test in the military. I've never done any drugs, except from like the devil's lettuce. I mean, that's the only one I've ever tried,
The
and that was
devil's
and that was
lettuce.
to help me sleep, right?
Oh my
But I
god.
can't do it because
Reefer madness.
I ate all my baby snacks. I was super thirsty. I can't do that shit. Okay? It doesn't work for me.
Yeah. You should have seen me the last time I tried smoking, dude. In fact, I actually texted Kitten on fucking Discord, bro, because I was freaking the fuck
I'm
out.
dying.
I was
The cops
gone,
are
man. I
here.
was panicking. Yeah, dude, I was panicking. Yeah, it was wild, man. I even got the little card and everything that says it's okay, you know what I mean? But I was still like, everything's going wrong, man. Everything's gonna be bad, dude.
Jager's got his little ace card. That's what it was.
You're like, who do I call? Who do I call? Who do I call?
Oh god, there's no chaplain out here.
Dude, I found that the other day in my old wallet, dude. Because
Oh,
I had
God.
like I had a drill wallet, and I had a drill wallet, and I have like my everyday wallet, I guess you could say, you know. And I found that in my old drill wallet, bro. My Ace card and my Sharp card.
Did
was
you
like,
have
"Oh,
those stupid
damn."
little coins too? I can't remember what that was, but they had those like it was an inspectable item. It was a fucking silver coin that had something about like suicide on there or something.
Oh yeah, I don't know where my challenge coins are right now, but yeah, I think I still have that, dude.
Yeah.
I think I do.
The shit they made inspectable items, dude, was insane.
Hey, you know, it is what it is, man. Every time I ever made something an inspectable item, it's because that person like was a constant fuck up and they were always losing something. You know what I mean? Like, so I had one that I was like literally like, your key to your wall locker is an inspectable item because I had to keep going in there and fucking busting open his wall locker.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's always that one guy. You know what I mean? But get back to the topic. Back to the topic.
But yeah, so
I,
a year left to live. What's changing?
So here's some questions. Like, what would be the very first thing you would change?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I've been telling on this podcast for a while, like I'm too nice. I think if I only had a year to live, I think I would just go all out. I wouldn't be nice to anybody who didn't deserve it. I think I would just speak my mind more clearly. I mean, there's a lot of times, believe it or not, that I kind of beat around the bush and I don't say exactly what I want to say. But I feel like if I only had a year left to live, I think I'd be a lot more outspoken about my opinions.
Yeah. Well, okay. Who would you spend more time with?
Oh, 100% Abyss. Because I mean,
Because she listens to the podcast. All right. Okay.
no, I mean, because like, I mean, if you think about it, right, like, who else would I spend time with, right? I mean, if I had my own way, I'd be like, hey, everyone's come live with me for a fucking year, everyone I care about, and you're all gonna stay here with me for 365 days until I kick the bucket, right? But I mean, at the same time, like, out of everybody out there, I mean, I feel like Abyss is the only one I can truly be myself around. I'd probably just fucking watch Korean shows all goddamn day with her.
Oh God.
Yeah, you judge them, but you haven't watched one yet. You'd love it. I
I've
promise
seen
you.
too fucking many of them because of the kids, dude. And Caitlin will watch those like there was one about like this doctor or something like that. And I think she was like autistic or something. But God, I had to watch like all like 3 or 4 seasons of it. And I was like, is this done yet? And then no, it wasn't done. Because everywhere that I went that there was an Alexa with an earshot, I was listening to the music and it was still there. Like no matter where I fucking went.
Yeah. Who are you talking to right now? The chaos anarchist that is in me. Like, you think I watched that one? No.
No, probably not.
There's a
I
fucking
don't know.
zombie one called The Kingdom.
The Kingdom.
Watch that shit.
Actually, is that the one where they get like special like powers and stuff? I might have seen that one too.
That's gay.
That was like one where they got they turn into zombies, but they get like their own like mutation, I guess, and they can do like their own like I can't remember what it was called. It might not have been Korean either.
No, I think I know which one.
be,
I think I know which one you're talking about. They don't really have powers per se, but there's like a virus thing that pops out of them, and they can use it. Whatever.
Yeah. It was kind of interesting at first. Then I was kind of like, this is getting kind of too, I don't know, almost soap opera. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You need to watch. You need to watch The Kingdom because I mean, there you go. But yeah, we're off topic again.
Yeah. No, that was my last question, man. Like, who would you spend time with? Obviously, you said Abyss. That's okay. I know it's me. It's fine. I understand.
I mean, if you ditch the wife and kids, and I ditch Abyss, I mean, the answer is clear.
Y'all, chat, if we both only had 1 year to live, watch the fucking news, okay? It's gonna
Jesus
get
Christ.
wild, bro.
There's gonna be
You
a
thought
green
the Joker
streak in
was
front of the
bad.
banks.
There's gonna be all kinds of weird shit going on. Actually, honestly, you probably all get rich. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're all gonna get rich some way,
Yeah.
shape, or form.
Robin Hood is, is from my country, kind of heavily influenced.
Yeah.
He takes from the
Just a wee
government
bit.
and he gives back to the people. Fuck your 40% taxes, bitches.
Yeah. Oh my God, things would be so different, y'all.
I ain't wearing
gotta say.
clothes ever again.
Don't ever vote one of us for president, bro. That's all I got to say. Shit.
Yeah,
We don't fall enough to be president, so.
yeah.
It
And I don't
is
have
what it
yellow
is.
hair, and Jager has 0 hair.
Yeah, I don't have any hair. Have we ever had a bald president? Has there ever been a bald president before?
That's a damn good question.
I don't think there has been, dude. I'm over here like trying to like picture it all, like I have an eidetic memory or some shit.
I mean, I think
I don't
George
think so, though.
Washington was balding.
Balding, yeah, but I mean like bald, you know. What
I mean,
Like,
Abraham
at least,
Lincoln, that guy
like,
was not
anybody
bald.
with anybody with like the cul-de-sac, you know.
Yeah.
At least, can I get that, or like a heavy widow's peak?
I mean,
You know,
the president with the most hair has to be Abraham Lincoln.
you think so?
Oh God, dude.
We're not counting George Washington's wig, right?
No, I mean that doesn't count. He stole that from
That doesn't
some
count.
fucking queen or something. Powdered wig, like what the,
The
fuck is that
powdered
shit?
wig.
So you think he is a court
That's
judge?
how you know he was British, y'all. Like that's how you know he was British.
It's a court judge.
Don't they still wear that shit over there?
Yeah.
They do, don't they? That's what I thought. I thought I saw that the other day, like
Well,
on like.
I
there's, like,
believe
some
they do in
stabbing or
the
something.
U.S. too, in like court, in certain like courts and stuff. I'm pretty sure they still wear
Wow.
that fucking wig.
God
They
bless
kind of
America.
adopted it. I mean, you think about it though. Most of the things in the U.S. are adopted from England.
Well, yeah, that's why it's so fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, look at both countries right
Just
now.
saying.
I can't even
Neither-
defend either one. I'm sorry, they're both
Neither
pretty
one's
fucked
wearing
up.
brownie points. Okay, like,
British people are gay. Echo, you would know for sure. You're the receiver.
Yeah. The bottom.
So, speaking of meat,
Oh my.
out of all the meats out there, right? There's probably irritate a lot of people, right? You take me to a fancy steak place
Mhm.
that serves every kind of meat you can imagine. What piece of meat are you gonna order?
What am I gonna order?
Yeah, what are you gonna order?
Ooh, I would probably say if it's fresh, right? Like they killed it recently.
Let's just
I
say
would
it's the
say-
best ever of each version.
I would say either venison or lamb, man. It's kind of up in the air with me, and it depends on like, am I having a steak? Because if I'm having a steak, it'd be venison. But if I'm having a burger, I'd probably go with lamb. To be honest.
I'm telling you, deer spaghetti is probably the best spaghetti I've ever had in my life.
Oh, yeah, it's just
Life-changing
fire, bro.
events. Woo!
Yeah,
But boy, does it make you smell.
it gives you a freedom boner like no other, baby.
Well, that
Gives
has
you a
nothing to
freedom
do
boner
with
like no
the
other.
smelling, but
Yeah.
okay, we
But, I
went
mean,
somewhere dark there.
Yeah. Sorry. Whoops.
I'm
but,
talking
like,
about the
as, like,
other
a s-
end, the gas.
Like, would you like, how would you ask for it to be cooked? Say you're getting a steak.
So I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I would pick probably one of the cheapest steaks out there is my favorite steak, and it's a pork steak. In my opinion, it's the only meat that has the best flavor. I think pig is by far the best superior meat.
Like you
out
talking
there.
about with like any additions and what have you? Like no seasonings
Doesn't
and
need
stuff like
nothing,
that.
yeah, like
just
straight
up.
out of the box, no seasoning. Like a pork steak, it doesn't need nothing, dude. It's already really nice,
Yeah.
salty, and
Yeah.
rich flavor. Like
Absolutely.
look at
I
beef.
mean,
Look at beef, right? So you think of a burger, take away all the seasonings, take away any additives anybody's put in there. A burger really has no flavor. I'm sorry,
it
but
definitely,
it
in
doesn't
comparison,
really-
doesn't have as much. That's
yeah,
for sure.
A chicken has more flavor than beef does, and I'm not even a
Yeah.
huge chicken fan.
No.
But I will say
I
though,
think I'd agree.
I will say though, a flaming young, perfectly seasoned, melting in your mouth is amazing. It is a fantastic steak, and it is full of flavor, but it's full of flavor enhancers, and that's what
Yeah.
salt is, right?
Yeah. But how
Pork-
would you have that? How would you have that cooked?
Well, unfortunately, pork you can only cook it one way because it
Oh,
has
yeah,
to
yeah,
reach
you
a
gotta-
certain temperature.
Got to clean it all the way through, right?
But
You got to
if,
cook it all the
if
way
it's a
through.
steak, like I'm gonna be honest with you, if I'm eating a cow, I'm gonna eat it medium rare or rare.
Medium rare. rare.
There's more flavor there when you cook it like
Yeah.
that. And it just
Yeah, I
melts
agree.
in your mouth and falls apart. If it becomes overcooked, it just becomes a leather strap, and I'd rather just eat my freaking belt.
At least I know where it's been.
Yeah. I
That's
seasoned
fair.
that myself.
That's fair. I'm kind of the same way with steak, man. Like I said earlier, you can wipe the ass and cut off the horns, and I'll eat it. You
I'm
know,
gonna
like
tell you right now, though, I don't eat much fish, but I ain't eating no raw fish. I don't think that shit's good.
I'm not really a fan of like sushi and what have you. No,
Mm.
I have to agree with that for
The
sure.
only
like,
sushi I'll eat is gas station sushi, and it's probably not even fish. It's probably that fucking imitation crab shit that I love. It's just flavored
Anya
rubber
really
that
likes that
tastes like
shit.
crab.
Flavored
That's really
rubber.
all it is.
Yeah, accurate.
It's like gelatin or something, right? I don't know for sure what it is, but it ain't meat.
Yeah. So you're saying though, if you could only eat one meat for the rest of your life, it would be pork.
If I could only eat one animal for the rest of my life, it'd be a pig. If I could only eat
Yep.
one steak, it'd probably be a pork steak for the rest of my life.
What do you think is like the most underrated meat that you've ever had?
Pastrami.
Pastrami?
God,
Okay.
yes. And you know,
All right.
like I had pastrami for the first time in a sandwich, probably like 7 years ago, and I remember like I tried it. I was like, this is unusual. Like, what is this fucking meat, dude? It's like
Yeah.
aged and kind of semi-smoky and semi-raw, and I'm like, it's pretty fucking good. Like pastrami
It
sandwich,
is
dude,
definitely
it's
unique.
fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it is definitely unique. It feels wrong at first. You know what I mean? But then you eat it, and you're like, no, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Like, I'll have another.
I feel like most people go to a store, right? And this is why I say it's underrated. I feel like most people walk past pastrami and go, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, you're probably right, man. To be honest with you,
Pastrami,
honestly,
salami, fucking all that shit. Like,
I think if I picked one, like the most underrated meat for me would probably be, and mind you, again, like I grew up very different from most people. I also grew up on a slaughter ranch. I think for me, the most underrated meat is the backstrap. That's probably the most, like, especially like on a fucking deer, bro.
dude,
Like a fresh killed deer, cut that in a couple
fried
medallions.
backstrap. Oh,
Oh, dude,
so good.
dude. Yeah, it's next level, bro. It is next level. It's
know
not one of
what?
those things
I
that
mean-
you can freeze and take home. You know what I mean? You
I'll
gotta do it
take
right
it
there.
back. I'll take it back because I feel like maybe deer meat is probably the most underrated because when you eat one, like a lot of people are scared that it's gonna be too gamey, but the thing
Right.
is, it probably is, but it's in a good way. And you never really eat deer meat on its own anyway. You usually mix it like 30 to 70 or 40, 60, whatever you meet with beef, right? Because beef has no flavor. So you're trying to dull down the flavor of the deer. I will say though, I've skinned many a deer and I cannot stand the smell of that meat raw whatsoever. Like, that smell just fucking rank. I've skinned many deer. I don't like that
Yeah.
smell. I'll sit there and I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a little bitch about it too, because I'll be like,
Yeah.
fucking, it'll make me
Yeah.
throw up, dude. But I'll skin
No,
a deer, no
I feel it.
problem.
Yeah, I would always like anytime I had to do anything like that, man. Like be it deer or cattle, anything like that. I'd always just go and have a bandana that I put in like essential oil water, you know, with like lavender or something there, and I'd put it on, put it over my face, and then do it, you know.
There's
'Cause
nothing
I'd be
worse
doing,
than
like-
getting a little bit of fat in your mouth too when you cut and it
Yeah.
flicks in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
just
not
right.
good.
Yeah, yeah. I hope that was fat, and not intestines.
It's shit, Basil.
It's nutty. Yeah, man. I think for me that would be like if I could only eat one meat for the rest of my life, it probably would be venison, personally.
Yeah.
And like even if you said I couldn't season it, like no problem. Like
Well, look at
you got it.
bacon too, like flaming young. It's beef wrapped in bacon because you know why? Because
Yeah.
bacon's superior in flavor.
it adds to the flavor. To be honest with you, like if I ever have to do like store bought like burgers, which first off gross, but if I have to, right? Like if I've got some, like was gifted some or what the fuck ever, I'll utilize it, but I always make it like while I'm also cooking bacon to put on it, and I'm cooking it in the bacon grease because it's the only way to possibly salvage that burger. You know what I mean? Like,
So
there's nothing going for that burger other than that.
Abyss is a little bit more sensitive than I am. So I cooked bacon for her. I cooked her a full breakfast. I did like bacon, eggs, ham, and all that crap, right?
Yeah.
I cooked the bacon first because why the hell wouldn't you? She likes her bacon super crispy, which I think is a sin. But whatever. I like my bacon flopping around. But whatever. So I look at the grease and I'm like, I'm just gonna throw the ham straight in there. It's the same fucking type of meat.
Yeah.
She didn't like it whatsoever.
Really?
She was like, "This is
Dang.
disgusting." No.
This is terrible.
No.
Side note, she doesn't sound like that, Chet. She
No,
doesn't sound like
at
that. I'm
all.
just throwing that
If
out
she
there.
did, she wouldn't be
Nothing.
with me. I defend her every day.
100%, man.
That woman is a saint.
100%.
She can do no wrong.
Right. Yeah, we love you, Abyss. We love you.
Yes. But just know if we both had a year to live, you'd be on your own.
Yeah. Or you could come with us if you want.
I mean,
know?
something's going to end up happening at the end of that year, and me and Jager won't have to deal with those consequences. So
someone's got to organize the loot.
Yeah. Yes. 100%.
I'm just saying, which is kind of like her little happy place. You know what I mean? When she games with us, I think.
Yeah.
It really is her
I
happy
feel like,
place.
yeah. So like, happy places are very important, right? Because I mean, look at us. Like, we met in our happy place, and then like we bonded over that, right? And now we share happy places with other people. Unfortunately, one of them is Echo. But like, look at Abyss, right? When we first met, she was all work and no play, right? And now there's nothing she loves better than putting a dagger into a zombie's forehead or sorting out the loot that we come back with.
Right. It's a weird thing too, because like I mean, like I can do it, but I know that she actually enjoys doing it, which it's to me that's just strange. You know what I mean? Like I get frustrated. She's over here like, no, this has to go there. It's all named. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna just make a Dropbox. We'll call it good.
It's so bad, dude. That how bad it's become, because the fact that we need 9 drop boxes because we come back with so much shit, and I'm not putting that way. Like I don't think there's been a single time that I've emptied out an inventory in any game where I've put shit away where it went at all.
Where it belongs.
I might have started with the intentions of trying to do something nice and put 1 or 2 things away and gone, you know what? Fuck this. Dropbox. I'm the reason why those drop boxes exist.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. But yeah, no, I think that is her happy place though, oddly enough. Like even though like a lot of people, like I think that, like one of the most like made fun of or fucked with people nowadays isn't like anything to do with like race or anything like that. I really think it's like gamers. Like people have like this weird like stigma against gamers, especially like once you hit like your 30s, people are like, all right, it's time to stop playing games. All right, it's time for you to just wear that tie every day and go to work and hate your life. Like, well, like, what if that gaming is their escape? You know what I mean? Like, what if like gaming with just some fucking people is just it just helps them get through it?
I'm gonna tell you straight out right now. If I couldn't kill people virtually, something else might happen.
There might be real problems.
Yeah. Any game I play, you look at my kills, I've gone pretty ape shit. Look at zombie games. Like normally I'm 1,000 above everybody else because I chase those motherfuckers down.
Yeah, there's no tact. He's just going for it, Chad. Like, he just goes
when I walk into a building, it's like, here's Johnny. And I kick that motherfucker in and I'm in there, right?
Yeah, just bullets going like everywhere and stuff, and I'm over here like trying to be stealthy and shit with a bow and arrow, and this guy's just over here kicking indoors and chasing zombies down with a baseball bat or some crazy shit. Like,
just know in real life, if there was a zombie apocalypse, I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be running in there just like that. I might be a little bit more conservative with my ammo. That'd be the only thing.
Yeah,
because that shit don't last forever.
I would think like for me, like gaming is kind of like where I go like when life feels kind of like it's getting overwhelming. You know what I mean? Like it's just a good escape. You know what I mean? So and escaping life is important. Sometimes.
Yeah, and on the topic of like gamers always getting a bad rep when they hit a certain age, gaming. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've gotten super defensive before because I'd be playing my favorite game and someone comes in and they go, "Oh, you're playing this again? Ew." I get pissed because that is what I'm fucking playing. You know what I mean? Like, you play whatever you want. You're the one who came into my stream and decided to come watch me. We can talk about other things while I do this, but at the same time, don't yuck my yum, right?
Don't yuck my yum. Yeah, let me play whatever I want to play, dog.
Yeah,
I'm playing it because I wanted to play it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and normally, and I think it really like would frustrate a lot of people too. Because we'd be like playing it like what we decided we wanted to play, and it's funny because we talk pretty regularly, and then people get upset that you and I are doing something, and they want to do something else. And it's like, well, like we've been talking all day about doing this shit. You hit me up, 45 minutes ago while I was already doing this. You know what I mean? Like, You gotta get mad at me, dude. Like,
Well,
it's
like,
not my fault.
well, you remember when we were like super heavily into like Elite Dangerous? Nobody
Oh
likes that
yeah,
game but me and you. We always begged
yeah,
people to come play with us, but nobody would play with us. I don't know. I
yeah,
don't blame him because it is a kind of I mean, fuck. The first time you introduced me to it, I was like, nah, I'm not playing this shit.
yeah. It's
And
kind of a
then
niche game.
I think it was like a year and a half later, I was like, hey, let's give it a go. And then I got into it, and that's all I fucking played for like probably another year.
Yeah, maybe close. I mean, we played for a hot ass minute.
Yeah.
I mean, so long to be able to get ourselves like our own fleet carrier.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I was fucking grinding the fuck out of that thing too. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it's important though. I think everyone needs an escape, be it, gaming or camping or building something, music, whatever,
Mhm.
like everybody needs an escape,
I
even
mean,
if it's just hitting some of the devil's lettuce, as UK calls it, and just reading a book or just zoning out on your guitar or something. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
everybody, it's healthy. You know what I mean? To maybe not necessarily like be spoken, but it's healthy to have an escape. You know?
It's like
Um,
I think Abyss has her like a special escape too, where like she likes to go out with her sister and go grab tea and cakes, right? Which is a very British thing, and they've invited me many times, and I shut them down every fucking time. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's not my thing.
not that kind of Brit.
Don't like tea, and I like cake, but I'd rather eat something other than a cake. I really like frosting, but I feel like that's
Yeah.
probably her little special place where she gets to gossip with her sister.
Yeah, yeah, and that's kind of like family time. You know what I mean? In a
Yeah.
way, some people's fucking escapes are just going out to nature. Like I know a guy like that's like his church, and he calls
Mhm.
it like his church. It's his
Oh yeah,
place to go
we
and get
go
the
in
fuck away
church.
from everything. Yeah, and so then he like sees out in, like Medicine Park or some shit. Like, oh okay, like he's not going to church. He's going out in the woods.
Yeah,
Like,
why you
all
wearing
right,
camo to church, bro?
yeah, dude, doesn't seem very churchy like.
Yeah, what kind of
Are
church is
they at
this?
least holy?
Should have seen that deer's head I cut off. What?
Yeah. What kind of church are you going to, bud? You know. But speaking of Abyss, it kind of reminds me of that other topic that we had. Let me find it right quick. It was iPhone
Oh
or
yeah.
Android.
So we started a new thing on the podcast. We're gonna try to do some more of these like inclusive things. Um, I know where I stand, and I know where Jaeger stands.
Oh yeah.
Apple will never be king, ever.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
think like when it comes to phones, especially, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, man. Like I don't see the allure for like iPhones. You know what I mean? Like
I,
I don't want to have to get a new one every 6 months. You
I
know?
feel like Apple also is catered to people who don't have any skills with technology.
Maybe. I mean, it does seem very user friendly.
Yeah, like you
You know
see
what I
an
mean?
old guy with an iPhone, you don't see an old guy with an Android. Just saying.
Yeah, like my grandpa passed away. He was 93. Okay. And
Still had a flip
he had an
phone.
iPhone.
Oh,
He
did
had
he?
an iPhone
Oh.
because it was the only thing he could learn how to use.
I'll tell you right
Which,
now.
hey, the dude saw World War II. Okay, like you could use whatever the fuck you want. All right.
No judgment.
But for everyone else who's not 93, grow up. Okay. Like I need you to get rid of the iPhone. Okay. And get yourself an Android.
Also,
all right.
can your
We'll help
iPhone
you.
do this? Can your iPhone do this? Hell no, it can't.
No,
I got a
I
full
mean,
screen in this mother lucker. You know what I mean? Like, woo!
God,
Phone to tablet, 2
bless.
seconds.
Can you even put that thing in your pocket?
Dude, the size of my fucking hands, dude. I can put just about anything in my pocket. There's plenty of room down there, just saying.
I just don't like it's really, to me, it kind of comes down to like customization versus simplicity.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Some people argue like the cameras are better or whatever, but like I've taken the same picture as someone else with a brand new fucking iPhone and it looked the fucking same to me. So
I'll tell you right now, my phone, Abyss has the newest iPhone. I have an older gen Android now, and mine is 8 megapixels more than hers. So they don't even have the camera
look
argument anymore.
at that. So they don't even have that anymore, man. Like, and that's kind of what I mean. Like back in the day, right? Like when Apple first came out, and you had like the whole Apple versus
It was superior
PC.
technology.
Yeah, for sure. And then they were just kind of like, all right, like we did good enough. Now let's just start charging people for iPhone or Apple specific accessories. Like I couldn't even plug in my headphones into a fucking MacBook. I had to have like a special plug-in to plug my headphones into this plug-in and then put it into this stupid little fucking MacBook. And I'm just like, why? Like, why do I have to spend $30 on this fucking accessory just to use the exact same headphones on your computer? I feel like that's a you problem, not a me problem. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's another one of those things too, though. We've kind of talked about this before, where like, you know, you create something and you're like, instead of making improvements to that thing, you just kind of go, we'll add it to the next one. They'll pay more for it then.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Oh,
if it ain't
sounds
broke,
like
don't
Ark
fix
all
it.
over again.
Yep.
Yeah. Or Call of Duty. You know?
Reskinned, you know?
Yeah, remap, reskinned. I don't know. For me, it's just like I don't feel like there's the value for the money is just not there.
It's
you know what I mean?
not,
When it comes
no.
to an iPhone, it's
But-
not, and its customization is so lacking.
Yeah, for sure. And especially when you had to have Apple Music on your phone and they made sure you paid for all of your music. Fuck off. Nobody pays for music. That's what
Unless
YouTube's for.
You know, unless you have an iPhone, you know, like
Yeah.
But
But-
unfortunately, you have to pay for your music.
We would like to hear what you guys think. We'll probably do another poll in the Discord and probably on Twitter. iPhone or Android? Which one reigns supreme? It's Android for us too.
Speaking of
that's
supreme,
automatically too.
It just reminds me of the whole pizza debacle. I have to eat pineapple pizza on the next podcast.
Mhm.
So I hate you all. And I just want to make that clear.
Yep.
It's your fault.
So tune in next time for the pineapple pizza tasting.
Yeah, that's going to happen. And when I inevitably puke up the bullshit that is pineapple pizza, I will be sending you all pictures of it on my penis.
Or you come to your senses and you're like, you know what? You guys are onto something. It might look disgusting, but it's really good.
Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it's going to happen. You know? But I will say too, like just like a closing thought, I guess, really. Every day it gives you a chance to become someone that you want to be, right?
Mhm.
That challenge that we've had on Twitter that I know a lot of people have seen, it's growing. And that's because they wanted to become something they were proud of. You know what I mean? They wanted to be able to live longer and be healthier. So they're doing all kinds of crazy challenges and whatnot. So by the end of August, I will be joining them in that as well because I'm still on the stupid fucking profile from the VA. And I am trying to deal with that shit, as UK knows. So I'm not going to break the profile, especially not publicly online. So I would just say, like, build your legacy today through your actions and protect your peace. Don't wait for tomorrow. Just be the person that you know you're capable of being right now.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
And then get yourself on the right path, guys. We talked about it during this episode and many of our episodes. Make sure you seek help. Get the help. 988. We beat it on the head every time we do an episode, but it's important to get yourself on the right path. And to know what's worth living for. And I'm telling you right now, what you're going through right now isn't worth it. That shit won't last forever. It'll only be a little bit. You'll drive on, get past it, and you'll heal, and you become a better person because of it. Trust me, I am an example of that.
Yeah, exactly. So you can call or text at 988 anytime. And again, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, and you'd rather talk to a bald dude or a British dude, hit us up in the Discord. You can join that. It's on there. It's right there, like Nightbot. That's the one nice thing that it's actually done today. It's over there telling you all of our links, but just join the Discord. You can hit me up. There's plenty of different places that you can go. You know what I mean? So if you feel like you ain't got somewhere to go, you got us at least. Okay. But you also always have 988 that you can call or text if you're one of those socially awkward butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
Make it happen.
Mm-hmm. You guys have a good one. Thank you for tuning in to episode 6, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Hugs and kisses. Wear your seatbelts. Be safe.
And wrap it before you tap it, baby.
Don't do that shit.